Shut up and sit down.
Hello friends, and welcome to The Psychology Of. This is the show where we look into the psychology in video games to see if there's anything we can learn or use to our advantage. And we do that by answering a few basic questions. Number 1, what's the goal of the game? Number 2, what are the game mechanics being used? Number 3, what does the game ask the player to do? Number 4, why is this game a challenge to players? Number 5, what is happening or needs to happen in the mind of the player? And number 6, how can the player use all of these things to their advantage? Today's episode, The Psychology of
Minecraft.
Let's get started. What is the goal of Minecraft? The goal of Minecraft is creativity. You could explore a never-ending world, find an epic castle, build an epic castle, build a never-ending road, kill the Ender Dragon, or drown in a never-ending ocean. Whatever you can think of to do in this game, you can. What are the game mechanics being used? Pretty much there are only two mechanics: exploring and crafting. Between those two components and a seemingly endless array of mods that mix the two, Minecraft has boundless possibility. What does Minecraft ask the player to do? Minecraft asks the player to explore a world, harvest its resources, deal with the constant threat of creepers, and use their imagination to craft, shape, build, and conquer. Why is this a challenge to players? One challenge of Minecraft is how the player accomplishes their goals. There are hundreds of mods available to create new possibilities for the player, but the player still has to be the one to plan, develop, and craft. Possibly a bigger challenge is time management. With all of the possible things a player could do in Minecraft, a player could spend a massive amount of time and still have not done everything. What is happening in the mind of the player during all this? While playing Minecraft, the player has to go through stages. The first stage is survival, where the player must gather resources quickly and begin to design and build a structure to keep them safe during the night while the monsters roam. The second stage is crafting. Once a player has successfully secured their home base, they need to gather resources and craft their way through a series of increasingly complicated items and tools so they can gather even more resources and build even more complicated things. Once the player has their infrastructure in place, quarries, smelteries, automatic this and that, the player can finally begin to build their epic castle, or explore their world more fully, or drown in that ocean. But what is it that keeps the player going? Why invest the large amount of time to do all of these things? The answer is because it feels good. Minecraft provides the player with a sense of achievement and accomplishment through a long series of tasks that provide immediate and satisfying feedback. By itself, this aspect of the game is more or less harmless. But a problem comes if a player doesn't feel a sense of accomplishment in their real life. They might seek out that missing feeling in a game such as Minecraft. This is called escapism. Escapism is where a person takes a mental diversion from the things in their life that are unpleasant. Back when the World of Warcraft was just beginning to hit its stride, many articles were written on player addiction and escapism in the world of Azeroth. People investing so much of their time that they lost jobs, families, and a connection with the real world. Minecraft isn't that extreme, but if the number of Twitch channels dedicated to this game, and the thousands and thousands of people watching those channels tell us anything, it's that if people don't feel a sense of achievement in their real lives, they will seek it out in a virtual one. They might also find a lucrative career on YouTube. How can the player use this information to their advantage? Minecraft is a fantastic game, filled with nearly limitless possibility. But that's just what it is. A game. A way to relax, exercise your imagination, entertain the kids while you relax, and possibly make some new friends through the multiplayer servers that are available. but it is not a replacement for real life or real world involvement. So what's the advantage? The advantage is perspective. If gaming is causing conflicts with other areas of your life, it may be time to adjust your priorities. One of the greatest feelings in the world is feeling the pressure lift from your shoulders as you cross things off your to-do list. Thank you for watching this episode of The Psychology of
Minecraft.
Join us next time for more of The Psychology of.
Shut up and sit down.